Well, welcome back to my channel, Cut That Out. Today we're going to paint carving the little face that we did yesterday. So let's get started. Okay, so I was explaining how to prepare the carving for painting. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a scrub brush. We're going to put a little soap on. And then we're going to scrub it. Look at it, and there we have some beautiful pristine wood. So now we're gonna paint it. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need some brushes, and the kind of brushes that I have found to be the best for this type of painting is white nylon or kind of a tan nylon, but anyway the small nylon brushes. Oh, you're also going to need a real fancy, as you can see, container to hold some water so you can rinse your brushes, and of course the paints. So as you'll notice that I have one paint that I mix myself. This is a mixture for the flesh tone of the face, and this is a combination of a dark flesh tone and a light flesh tone. This is medium, actually, medium flesh tone. So I kind of a mixture of both. One's a little bit too light, the other one's a little bit too dark. So I go ahead and mix my own, and I keep that so I can use that on all my faces. So we're going to go ahead and do that. The other thing that you probably will want to have, just kind of cut down on time, is a hair dryer. Hair dryer will help you dry the paint fast so that you can just dry it and then keep on painting. Okay, so let's take our paint here, put it in a little receptacle there. Put the lid back on, so if you tip it over, you don't spill it all over the place. Okay. You can use the paper towel that you dried your carving on, and what's nice is when that's damp, it works a lot better to dry out the paint when you clean your brush. So that's going to be right there. All right, so let's go ahead and start painting our face here. Now it looks really dark to start with, but it will calm down a little bit. Get our ears. We don't want to go up so much into the hair. If it does a little bit, that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. The sides. Get the bottom. Okay, I'll rinse off my brush. Now you're probably going to see me when I rinse my brush off to actually put it in my mouth, and I do that. The reason I do that is because it helps me keep the tip of the brush sharp. Saliva, when you go to put your brushes away, that's what you do to keep your brush sharp. Okay, so now I'm going to take my hair dryer, dry it. Okay, so still a little bit damp, but that's okay. Okay, so now we're going to do the hair. So we're going to be doing our paints not quite so opaque, but try to do it more in the line of like a stain. So I can just put me a little drop in there. Oh, the other thing that you need is a bottle of water, and the reason I use this is because I can measure the amount of drops that I get put into my paint. So I'm going to do, to get kind of a stain, I'm going to do about 10. About 10 drops, just plain water. I'm going to mix it up. Okay, I'm going to take my paint. Now, when you have a water-based paint, you're going to have bleed or overbleed, and so you don't want it to bleed down into the face. So one thing that helps prevent that is if you'll turn your carving upside down and let gravity pull the paint down away from the face. So we're going to do that. We're going to paint our hair. Might not keep it completely from being able to not bleed down into the face, but it will prevent a lot of it. The rule that I usually go by is you do the light color first. That kind of seals the paint, or seals the carving, so that it prevents it from bleeding down into the carving. Okay, so there's our hair. Yeah, right there, a little darker. Okay, there's our hair. Clean my brush. Keep my point nice. Set my brush down. Now, as you've probably noticed, and this will happen to different parts of the wood, like the end grain will come out a little bit darker. So I've got a little spot in my hair right here that's a little bit lighter than the rest of it. So I'm going to have to do a little problem solving here. So I'm just going to put a little drop of brown and a little bit of water, and I'm going to have to do some problem solving here. Okay. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to show you a little trick. Okay, if you notice right here, there's a little bit of paint that just kind of bled down into the face a little bit. You know what? is a great eraser, the knife. So as you can see, right there is that little bit of bleed. So I just take my knife, just push down, and take that out, and it's gone. Okay. So, okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to, since we're on hair already, we're going to make some eyebrows. And this is where a sharp brush comes into very handy. So I'm going to take my brush, put it down in there, and just going to go above my eye just a little bit. Just going to have some bushy eyebrows. that bleeds really bad. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Bushy eyebrows is fine. And I can take some of my just plain paint, and I can give it a base. Okay, so that's fine. All right, and we're not going to be up there painting up in that area anyway, so we don't have to dry that off really fast. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the eyes. I love doing the eyes because that just brings the character, that just brings it to life. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of a wash of white, and we're going to dilute some white. Just need a little drop. We don't have very big eyes. And do one drop of water. I think another drop snuck out there, but okay. So now I'm going to mix that up. So I'm going to do a little bit of a background in white. Same over here. Okay, so we have just a little bit of a white wash in the background there. That I do need to dry. Prevent it from bleeding a little bit. That was a little carving. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is to take some black, and it's this is Ceram Coat black. I'm going to just do one drop, kind of like a pearl sized, a little dome there. Now what I want to do is I want to take my brush and I want to go directly straight down, not to the side, but straight down, so that I have a little drop right on the end of my brush, straight down. Then I'm going to go straight down. Now what I want to do is kind of offset my eyes a little bit so it doesn't have a zombie look. So I'm going to come over just a little bit towards the edge, so just a little off center, and make me a nice round background. Same thing over on this other side. Only this time I'm going to go a little bit either to the center or a little bit towards the nose, like I said, just to offset. If you do it too much, it'll make it look like that it's looking over to the left or the right. Otherwise it'll make it look like it's looking forward, but not spaced out. Okay, so there's my eyes, and you'd think, oh, there's my eyes, but no, 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 that's just the background of the eye. That's actually going to be the little circle that goes around the eye. So, get out my hairbrush here. You want that completely dry. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to put the color of the eye, and this time I'm going to do it a blue. There's my blue. It's kind of a light blue. Do the same thing as I did with the black. Make a pearl-sized droplet. Take my brush. Go straight down. Okay. Now I'm going to be able to go into the, and I want to get it right in the center. Okay, so there's my eyes right in the center. So there's my color right in the center, and I want to try that. Now there's a lot of ways that you can do eyes. This is just one way. This is kind of more like a, I'll call it a humanish, like a human eye, instead of like a caricature cartoonish, and we'll get into that too. So many ways you can do eyes. Okay. Now we're going to take a little bit of the black again. Just a little tiny bit. We just want just a little tiny bit. There's that. There's that. And there we've got a nice, really sharp human looking eye. Looks nice and friendly, and okay. Alright, so that finishes up that. Oh, no, it's not. We need to do one more thing, and this kind of puts the sparkle in the eye. We're going to take a little bit of white, one droplet, and then we're going to take just a little tiny bit. I mean, we're just going to barely touch it. And what I like to do is put a little tiny bit of white down on one corner, just touch it like that, and then in the upper corner on the other eye. And that just really makes it sparkle. Just really makes it as if he's healthy, happy, and friendly. So now I am done. Okay. The next thing I want to do is I want to actually put some color into his cheeks, onto his nose, onto his chin. This makes him also look nice and healthy because he's been out in the sun. He's got a little bit of blush on his nose and then on his cheeks. So I'm going to use this time, I believe this is a little bit of a coral color right here. So I'm going to take, and I don't need a lot of it, so I'm just going to put it right here in the middle. Just put one little drop. And then what I do is I take my flesh color and I take my, let me put this over here so you can see it. Okay, so I take my flesh color, make sure it's mixed up, and I fill my brush up, and then I come over here and I go right into the corner of that coral, and I just make a little bit of a mixture. That's a little too dark, so I'm going to mix a little more flesh colored in there. There we go. So now where I'm going to put my paint is I'm not going to put it right in the middle of the cheek, I'm going to put it just in the upper, little bit of upper portion right there. And if I don't want a complete circle, I just kind of take my finger, just kind of blend that in. Do the same thing on this one here. Blend it in a little bit. There we go. Next thing I'm going to do is put it on his nose, just right on the tip of his nose. Like I say, he's been out in the sun or he's been down the beach or something. Okay, now I'm going to put it on his chin. So these are the things that stick out of the face just a little bit. And the forehead. Okay. Oh, and let's also do the ears. The inside of the ears. Okay. Now we're going to take a little bit of the dark that didn't, and we're going to put it in between his lips. So the lips already are a little bit pink. Okay. So we're going to put a little bit of pink there in between the lips. Okay. So there is our carving. That's your carving, the one that you're making. And you can have a lot of fun, and we'll in the next videos we'll do expressions, more kind of eyes. We'll be do more of the bigger stuff. But for right now, there's your work of art. There's your masterpiece. Now, what I also recommend is you can use a pencil, but sometimes I use like a small magic marker, and you take okay, a little Sharpie, and this is going to be one of your most prized possessions because this is your first carving. So what you want to do is you want to put your initials on there to start with, and this is how I put mine. JDP. And then you want to put the date, at least the year and the month. So this would be February of 2020. Okay, so from now on, you will know that was your first carving. I wish I would have done that with my first carvings, so I would know, which I've been carving now since about 1990, about 1991, 92, and I wish I'd have done that on my first carvings. Okay. So that's it for today. That's our carving, and the next time we'll be doing a whole new project. Okay? So anyway, see you later. Okay, well, I hope you liked this video, and I hope it was instructive and you learned a lot. So anyway, it was nice teaching you, and you're going to have a great time carving, and I know you can do it. So anyway, if you liked how this video, if you like this video, then hit the like button, and also subscribe to this channel, and also click the little bell there so that you can be notified when we put up the next video. So anyway, thank you, and we'll see you later.